Hello, welcome to road.cc. If you've never been on Zwift before, you might be wondering, what do I actually need to get myself riding around Wildtopia?
And the answer to that is not as much as you might think. You can get yourself set up without spending big bucks on a smart trainer and a big telly.
You might want to throw big bucks at a smart trainer and a big telly though, and that's fine too. There are setups possible to suit pretty much every budget.
So with that in mind, we've come up with 3 Zwift setups. There's a budget option, something mid-range, and then a money no object suffer station.
We'd love to hear what you're using too. Let us know in the comments below this video, and if you have any questions about these training setups or just Zwift in general, ask them below.
Cool. So let's start at the bottom with the minimum spend to get you going. Okay, so what's the absolute minimum that you need? Well, you're going to need a bike. But if you're watching this, you probably already have one of them. And you're also going to need an indoor trainer of some sort.
Yes, cheap trainers don't do clever stuff like ultra resistance when you hit a climb though, but you can get a surprisingly good one for not much money if you shop around.
Like this Cyclops Fluid Plus, which is a quality bit of kit, even though it's fairly old. You can pick one up for about £50 on eBay. Ours didn't come with a front wheel riser, so we're using some bits of old polystyrene, which kind of works.
This one's in really good condition as well, because these old trainers don't get used much.
Yeah, and it's a basic trainer, so obviously it can't talk to the Zwift app, so you'll need a way of sending riding information through the ether. To do that, you use a speed sensor fitted to the rear wheel.
Yeah, so we bought a speed and cadence sensor for less than 20 quid. Because it's Bluetooth and ANT Plus compatible, it'll talk to pretty much anything you run Zwift on.
Yeah, and so Zwift uses the speed of the rear wheel to estimate your power. So the harder you ride, the faster you go in the game.
Simple. Lastly, you'll need a device to run Zwift on. In all probability, you'll have one already. Pretty much any laptop or desktop computer will do the job nicely.
Yep, and Zwift works on iOS too. So if you have an iPad or an iPhone, then you can use that instead. For this setup, we're using an iPhone 7, but you'll probably want to use the biggest screen you have that works.
If you fix your phone to the bars, the chances are you'll sweat all over it, which is not ideal at all. You can get an articulated arm like this one with a phone holder for less than 15 quid, and it'll let you move your phone around out of harm's way, but still let you interact with the game.
Yep, you can get the same kind of mount for an iPad, and any old bit of flat top furniture will do for a desktop computer.
So that's all you actually need, but there's a couple of things you should definitely add to make your Zwifting more enjoyable.
Yeah. The first and most important is a fan. Because you're getting no cooling airflow on an indoor trainer, it's easy to overheat. So a fan helps you to keep cool and work harder for longer.
A cheap desk fan will do the job, but even for a beginner, a more powerful gym fan is a much better investment.
Yeah, this 18-inch fan costs about £35, but you can get a smaller 9-inch gym fan for about £20. It will pay for itself over time.
Secondly, get a mat. It will protect your floor or carpet from sweat and also make the trainer a lot quieter, especially on floorboards like these.
Yeah, thick trainer-specific mats can cost upwards of 50 quid, but for starters all you need is a basic yoga mat, and that'll cost you less than a tenner.
You'll also need to protect your bike from sweat too. The simplest way to do that is get a towel and drape it over the handlebars and the stem just to protect the bike from the drips. Any old towel will do your job, and that's it, you're done.
And then it's time to start Zwifting. If you've got a bit more money to throw at your setup, then there's plenty of choice out there, and the price of smart trainers come down all the time. Yep, smart trainers can talk to the Zwift app and vary the resistance at the wheel to simulate climbing and descending. They give a much more realistic riding experience. Yes, this is a new Be Cool Smart Go Plus. At £350, it's about as cheap as smart trainers get, both Bluetooth and ANT Plus compatible, and come bundled with an ANT Plus dongle for your laptop. Be Cool have their own training app, but this trainer works really well with Zwift too. We've tested this trainer recently, we reckon it's a good buy for the money, and there's a link to the review in the description below. Because the trainer can talk to Zwift directly, there's no need for any external sensors. You might want to add a heart rate monitor, which can be really useful for doing more structured training within Zwift. Yeah, if you're spending a bit more on your indoor training, it's likely you're going to be a bit more serious about it. So there's a couple of extras you can add to give yourself a better experience on top of the mat and the fan that we already told you about.
Firstly, get yourself a dedicated desk for your computer like the one we have here. You really want a height adjustable one, as most desks are a bit too low to be ideal.
Yeah, the thing to look out for is an overbed desk. These are normally on casters, so they're easy to position, and you can adjust the height and even the angle sometimes to get the computer in just the right place. They're not expensive either. I mean, this one cost us less than 20 quid.
When you're using a computer, it can be hard to interact with Zwift. That's why Zwift have developed a mobile link app which turns your smartphone into a Zwift controller. You can choose your course, send messages, give a ride on, a thumbs up basically, and more, all from your phone.
Yeah, but again, it's better to keep your phone out of the sweat zone. So stick it on an articulated arm or an out front mount, a little way away from your bars but still within reach.
Yes. A sweat catcher is a good buy too. It fits your bars and seat posts and is always in the optimal position to keep your sweat from eating your bike. You'll still want to keep a towel handy to mop your brow though. If you're already a Zwift convert and spending long hours training, you might be looking to upgrade to something a bit more, well, pro. Don't worry, we've got you covered too.
Yeah, so this setup is based around the excellent Wahoo Kicker Smart Trainer. We've tested it a couple of times on road.cc, found it to be one of the best out there with great ride feel and accurate power measurement. And there's a link to the latest review in the description below.
It's not cheap, however, at £1 under the grand, but it's hard to beat if you're looking for a high quality smart trainer to give you the best Zwift experience.
Yeah. So if you've got a great trainer for realism, then you want a screen setup that brings Zwift to life too. So we've gone for a 40-inch ultra high definition TV for displaying the Zwiftiverse here.
Yeah, it looks really good. A screen as big as that requires plenty of processing power. So in this setup, we're running Zwift from a dedicated Alienware gaming PC.
Yep, and the computer and the screen sit together on a tripod stand, keeping everything neat and tidy. And we've kept the same mat from the previous setup.
You could use the same fan that we've used before if you wanted, but you can fix a smaller fan to a tripod stand, bring it closer to the rider, and it's nice and neat.
So when you're using Zwift on a big TV like this, it's not easy to interact with other riders. So we'd suggest that you use your smartphone and Zwift's mobile link app to control the game, the same as in the last setup.
So those are our 3 setups. We hope you found this video useful. If you've got any questions about any of the kit featured here, then please ask below.
Yeah, and don't forget to like this video and subscribe for more like this from road.cc. Thanks for watching.